Cheers, Dom. All right, we're going to go back to the opening scene. OBS just closed, just crashed for some reason. And I don't know why. So there we go. Let's, I'm only, whoops, I only have a short time here. So I'm not going to, mostly I'm here to talk about our show tomorrow, which is our normal, regularly scheduled happy hour. Today, what I'm doing is something a little bit different. I labeled these on camera, these bottles on camera, and there's a problem with these labels. Watch this. Look, let me go back here to the host cam. Look here, right here. You can see it's pretty square in the front. Where's that at? Pretty square in the front. But then over here, there's a ripple in the label. Right over here, there's a bubble in the label, and then it gets all cattywampus, and the label gets crooked on the back. So when I checked these, when I did my quality control, I'm looking at them from the front, and you look at these from the front, they look pretty solid. They look pretty square. This one, there, they look pretty square from the front. And if you got like 100 of them going across, they all look pretty square. But then when you turn them a little bit, they look a little catawampus. So I'm going to fix that now. I've got replacement labels coming to help fix this. But yeah, that's what we're doing here today. I am undoing a whole crap ton of work. Binging the shorts. You're fine. Hey, Vampire, welcome to the long form stuff. So for those of you who are new, I am the Old Humble guy. I own and operate the Old Humble Distilling Company. Let's get to the big screen right there. I own and operate the Old Humble Distilling Company, and we make whiskey, we make vodka, and other libations. Normally, I am assembling whiskey on live streams like this. We also have a happy hour on Tuesdays that I regularly do. Ah, farts. Did I just break this? Nope, I did not. Okay, that's good. Normally I have a happy hour on Tuesdays, and then I try to do a trivia night on Thursday nights, but that's not always in the works. I have renewed my monthly subscription to the trivia service, so I am going to do that at least 4 more times while I have the subscription and have it available. No, I dropped this. Yeah. So I will be doing another Thursday, but this week I'm actually on the road in Fort Sill again for Thursday night trivia night because my son is graduating from AIT at Fort Sill. Boom. And see, these labels aren't designed to come off, so I've got to heat up the glue for them to be able to come off. They are not, as you can guess, bottle labels aren't designed typically to come off of the bottle once it's been installed on the bottle. And I don't really have a machine that will unlabel a bottle, at least not one that will get here in the next couple of days. I'm talking over here to the computer. I should be talking up there to the camera. Yeah, I could put it on picture-in-picture. That would probably actually make more sense. Boop. There. See, now I can talk to y'all that way. I also thought it was going to be much cooler today than it is, which is why I'm wearing my flannel. But it is hot. So anyway, what I normally do on this channel, most of the volume of videos are shorts, stupid comedy stuff that help to just promote whiskey adjacent nonsense, or at least I think it does. I hope it does. But then I have a handful of longer form videos, the 8-minute videos that y'all see that we do. I haven't done those in a while. I have some topics and ideas, but I just haven't had time to record them because we've been really busy the last 6 months, which is a good thing because I am, after all, a distillery with a YouTube channel, not a YouTuber with a distillery. And there's a distinct difference between those two things. I should probably put that in the description of the channel. A distillery with a YouTube channel, not a YouTuber with a distillery. But I like to give y'all a picture of what goes on behind the scenes in a one-man distillation shop. And I have in the past done live streams while distilling. Or at least participated in live streams while distilling. It's not particularly exciting, the distillation process. It is literally just watching water slowly come to a boil. And once you see it once, you've pretty much seen it. Salvaged, hot damn. And it all came off in one nice smooth wipe. Awesome. I have a bunch of these. I'm not going to get them all done. I have about 155 to do. I'm probably going to get a couple dozen. The replacement labels aren't going to be in here for a few days, so I'm not in any real rush to get them all done. I've got some bourbon that I will be bottling up in the next 5 days. So stay tuned. When you see me coming up live next, I'll probably be bottling bourbon. Weird question from Vampire. Am I an English teacher in my spare time? You look and sound just like my old high school teacher. No, I am not an English teacher in my spare time. Interestingly enough, though, in my spare time, I do tutor math. So there's that. But no, I am not an English teacher. I am a student of history and science and math. To a lesser extent, philosophy, but also civics. Mostly history. I love me some American history. But student of the sciences and history and mathematics. English is not... I mean, it's, my first language. It's second, probably, behind math. Damn it, I left a piece behind. But no, I have never taught English in my life. I do know a little bit of Spanish, French, and German, but not enough to converse. Just enough to understand probably a conversation that's being had somewhere around me. Like I can overhear a conversation in French and kind of, I may not know exactly what you're saying, but I can kind of know what you're talking about. If you're having a long enough conversation. I have had the pleasure of being in elevators with foreign language speakers and them tell a joke and me be able to laugh at it and freak them out. That's actually kind of funny. But yeah, I guess amateur scientist would be a word for it because I don't get paid for my science work. I mean, this work is technically science work. But yeah, so there you go. But yeah, I do a lot of these behind the scenes live shows where we just, talk. You throw out are you the youngest one there? Hi, Vanessa Kitty. Cheers. Welcome to the party. Hopefully you're over 21, at least, Vampire. Or very close to 21. I don't care. You don't have to be over 21 to watch. Just over 21 to buy. Then, this is YouTube, not a bar. But yeah, there's a very very likely chance that you are the youngest person here. My kids are actually younger than you. But yeah, on my happy hours, I usually have three. I've started this format where I have three topics: a whiskey topic, a current events topic. A whiskey topic is always one of the topics. A general discussion topic, and then a like big talk topic, but I throw it open to the chat after the first like 20 or 30 minutes. Um, and the reason I have the 3 topics is just in case I run out of stuff on the first topic. I've got 2 more topics to talk about. Because I could talk about whiskey stuff all damn day long, but it's kind of a blind spot for me because I could start talking about it and kind of cover what I think what I wanted to talk about, but then there'd be a lot of stuff I left out. And a lot of whiskey topics kind of connect to other whiskey topics. Like, what the grains do, the flavors that the grains bring, balance of the flavors and the interaction between the flavors. And I can kind of give a Cliff's Notes version in 15 minutes, but then leave a whole bunch of stuff out. And then I'm just sitting there like, okay, what do y'all want to talk about? And sometimes chat brings some good stuff. Like last couple of weeks ago, the last one we did, we ended up talking about the causes of the Civil War, which is a fun topic because it's also a topic that a lot of people get wrong. But tomorrow, the big topic, or the whiskey topic, is going to be bottled in bond, because that was a question that came up in our last show. Bottled in bond, what does it mean? Is it worth it? Oh, yeah. Hey, Vanessa. Yeah. So I've got to remove these labels because they're crooked. These are the labels that I put on during a live stream, and about a third of the labels were crooked. And I'll show you with the next bottle. So I had to remove about 208 labels. And actually, this one's not bad. This one can stay. But here, look at that. It looks pretty normal in the front, but right around here, I can feel it with my finger. There's a bubble right there. And then you look at the back side, how crooked it is. And then the way that label lines up, that's bad. This is more like what it should look. This is about a 1/4 inch tolerance from the label to the label. It's actually, you know what? I got fresh labels coming. I might as well take this one off too. It's not perfect. It's more like I see it and I don't like it, so I'm taking it off. And they were all assembled by hand. It's because of this bubble right here. There's a big fat bubble right there. I just cooked the bubble. Can you all see that bubble? Right there. There's a bubble right there that threw this label out of square. Because the labels were oriented wrong on the roll, I couldn't use my machine. But the new labels are going to be oriented correctly. I'll be able to use my machine, and I'll be able to label up all these bottles in like 30 minutes, maybe an hour. It's not going to take hardly any time at all. But the next step of this process is going to be getting the glue off the bottle, and that's going to go overnight because all I got to do is spray them with WD-40, and the glue just melts off. It's really awesome. Really awesome. All right, and we're rolling. Ah, shit. 21 at Elmhurst Air Force Base. Elmdorf Air Force Base. Another one in hell, I don't know where Elmdorf is. I'm not even going to try to guess because I don't know. I turned 21 in Houston, Texas. Or was it Humble? Was it up here in Humble or was it down in Houston? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was here in Humble. And then I went into Houston and partied. Anyway. So yeah, that's what I got to do. And as you can guess, you probably surmise, these labels were not intended to be taken off of the bottle after they go onto the bottle. once this glue sets, they're pretty much intended to be there forever. Um, so, yeah, it's kind of a process to take them off. Oh, you watched the fight? I could not watch it live. I watched it on about a 10-minute delay. And it was, I mean, it shouldn't have been disappointing because, you know, in retrospect, obviously, it wasn't going to be a full, like, knockdown, drag out fight. It's a 58-year-old man versus a 27-year-old man. If Jake Paul had knocked out Tyson, and he almost knocked him down like 3 times. But if he had knocked out Tyson, he'd have been a villain forever. He's already an asshole. Nobody likes him. But, you know, I take that back. He's not an asshole. He's not, like, nobody likes him, but he's an actual good, decent person who has worked for pay equality in the boxing sport and pay equality and gives crap tons of money to charity. I mean, it's impressive that, you know, he's gone from YouTuber to boxer. He's apparently a good boxer. But there was a moment, I don't remember which round it was, first or second round, I think, when Mike Tyson just wheeled off and threw like a huge punch on Jake Paul, and Jake Paul cowered. He covered up. He covered up like that. And I was like, oh, is this like going to be a real fight? And then after that, Tyson was just gassed, and it ceased to be a real fight. And it was just an exhibition. And if it was an exhibition that was billed as an exhibition, that would have been cool. But they billed it as a sanctioned fight. And it was just, it was, if it had been billed as an expedition or exhibition, and I'd gone into the fight looking to see an exhibition fight of just, you know, a couple of dudes grab-assing and having fun, that would have been entirely different than what they billed it as. They billed it as a real damn fight. And yeah, I saw the slap during the weigh-in. That was actually kind of surprising, and I thought it was. I mean, that's why I thought the fight was going to be a little bit more than what it was. But you know, the headline fight. I mean, I am of an age that I saw Mike Tyson in his prime, just running across the ring like a wild damn animal and just demolishing people. 90-second fights, 60-second fights. I mean, Mike Tyson was a force of nature, and I was hoping to see a little bit of that. He's 58. He's not 60-something. I mean, come on. And yeah, that was really what the impressive part is, that Tyson was able to put his body back in that kind of shape. And I think it might have been the third round when Jake Paul landed a couple of shots on Mike Tyson. And yeah, I started, as I'm watching it, I'm thinking, Mike Tyson's 58 years old. At what point do you know, you haven't been punched in a real fight in like 5 years, I think was his last exhibition, but in a real fight, you know, you haven't been punched in a real fight in probably 20. At what point in your life, or what point in this fight, do you tell yourself, this is stupid, I don't like being hit anymore? I haven't been hit for real in a long time. I don't like being hit. I mean, I know like normal people, you know, when you're a kid and you fight and you wrestle and you do, you do crazy crap like that, there comes a point where you're just like, I don't want to do this crap anymore. I mean, you know, when you stop running marathons and start running half marathons because you just don't want to put your body through all that crap anymore. I mean, that's a real thing. Like, it's just the struggle and the torture is no fun. It loses its charm, if you will. So, yeah, anyway. I need to get my chat window open. I'm leaning in to look at this teeny tiny chat window on OBS. Open, live, pop out, boom. Uh, make it bigger. Is it not doing its thing? I think YouTube's being petarded. But yeah, I wanted to get this stream in just because I wanted to talk about tomorrow's show. Well, that chat window is not working. I want to talk about tomorrow's show, but also, just chat with y'all for a few minutes while I did about an hour's worth of work. I got about 30 more minutes before I really do have to get out of here. I can't, like I said, I can't stay for long. All right, I think we're ready. But yeah, tomorrow we're going to have a whiskey topic, the happy hour. I'm going to have the thumbnail up for the happy hour in just probably tonight around 9 o'clock. I'll have the thumbnail up and ready to go. We'll do the boom. We'll do the big question, the whiskey chat, and the big chat. Hell, we'll even talk about the Tyson fight. What the hell? Why not? We'll have it all there. And then after I'm done with all that, I throw it open to the audience. We do an Old Humble After Dark, where we just kind of work our way through chat, or I work my way through chat, and Jesus, we've gone till 4 a.m. sometimes. As long as there's chat to be had, as long as there's a conversation to be had, it's a happy hour, man. As long as there's a conversation, I'm down to talk. As long as we can, participate in the same universe. I am not down for nonsense. I will shut down flat Earth discussion in a fucking heartbeat. There are no Yetis. The Earth is round. The Civil War was about slavery. But here's the other thing. I will also bring source documents. The big question we're going to discuss, the big discussion item tomorrow is going to be, is the United States a democracy? Because this came up in conversation yesterday on another channel. Is the United States a democracy? And of course, the common refrain, the anti-argument was, we are a republic. Yes, we are a republic. But it is a constitutional republic with a federal governance system organized as a representative democracy, where representatives are sent from the various republics and commonwealths to the federal government to govern. There was also a disagreement about whether or not the federal government should govern, but that's so beyond silly. It doesn't even matter if you can't agree that we're a representative democracy. And here's the other thing. You can disagree with me, but you don't have to. Your argument's not with me. Your argument was with James Madison, because that's literally what he said in the Federalist Papers. So, again, like I mentioned before, Vampire, I am a student of history. A student of history as much as I am the maths and sciences. And I'm happy to disagree with people on philosophical questions, because, that's what philosophical questions are about. Like, what role should the government take? But I will not agree to disagree about whether or not the government should exist, because our founding fathers would, they wouldn't even have that discussion with you. Of course, the government does exist and govern, derives its power from the will of the people, and the people can decide that the government does not have a right to exist, I suppose. But that's a different topic for a different time. Turning 63, ranged weapons are best. I don't think ranged weapons are allowed in a boxing match, Vanessa. That's I'm pretty sure that's against the rules. Actually, this label looked pretty damn good. Probably about a 1/4 inch tolerance. But I want to keep it within an 1/8 of an inch. I don't want it to be a 1/4 of an inch. I want it to be an 1/8 of an inch. If I was doing the machine, it would have been an 1/8 of an inch. And all the other labels that I hand did and replaced already were within a 1/8 of an inch tolerance. So that's my rule, 1/8 tolerance. And I have a rig that I set up to make sure that the hand labeled or hand placed labels would do it. See if we can do it this way. Oh, I'm going to lose the label. Come on. Come off the bottle. Come on. Come on. There we go. The power of the bottle itself. Look at that. Gravity. So yeah, I've got to entertain myself doing this sometimes. Am I not doing live chat? Oh yeah, plus I have $10 to go, $9 to go on my revenue, and I would like to close that gap before December to get my last YouTube check of the year sent to me. So I'm trying to get the ad money out. Trying to get the ad money out to get and maybe a couple of super chats. So maybe that's what I'll do. I'll auction off the questions tomorrow. Say, okay, if you want your question answered early, ahead of time, you want to move to the front of the line, super chat it is. Ah. Huh. My email program closed for some reason. When OBS crashed earlier, my email also crashed. Odd. And annoying. I assume the mic's okay, the audio's okay. I didn't check it on my phone. Feel free to ask me anything while you're here. This is the work that I do on a fairly regular basis. This is the only time I've ever had to remove labels like this. But the work that I do, this is my full-time job. The work that I do is 100% whiskey related. Question we talked about, this was a topic that came up in the distillery a couple of nights ago, was about terroir and using heirloom corn for the production of whiskey and whether or not heirloom corn makes a difference. I am forever skeptical about heirloom corn and whether or not it makes a difference in the actual flavor of the whiskey. It might. The biggest difference with heirloom corn and modern corn is the sugar content. Modern corn has more sugar content and less starch content. Which gives you more yield for alcohol, which is why we like modern corn over heirloom corn. But, if you put on your packaging corn grown in a contracted field specifically for the distillery by farmer named Jeff, then you can charge an extra $20 for your bourbon. So there's that. I think a lot of the heirloom corn stuff is all about marketing and less about flavor. But as I told my customers a few days ago when we were talking about this, I am willing to be convinced. 100% always willing to be convinced, because after all, I am a man of science. I have my opinions, but you can change my mind. But if you're going to change my mind, you better come with facts and not opinions, because we can have differing opinions. Red shoes are faster than blue shoes, for example. I mean, everybody knows that blue shoes are the fastest, so probably not the best example. Boom. This is such a tedious process. And theoretically, if I had more people here, I'd have one person doing the heat gun, and another person doing the actual peeling. But the peeling has to come immediately after the heat gun. Otherwise, the glue may, when the glue will cool and the label will reset. So it really does kind of have to be a one-person job of do A, then B, do A, then B. But the actual labeling won't be as tedious because I'll have my machine. And y'all will be able to see how I label round bottles for a change instead of just my square bottles. All right. Are we at 2:30 yet? No, we're at 2:15. 15-minute warning, kids. 15-minute warning. Tomorrow night, 10 o'clock, Old Humble Happy Hour. I may push it to 11. That depends. Old Humble Happy Hour tomorrow, 10 o'clock. We will be talking about our whiskey topic will be bottled in bond. Our big topic will be, is America a democracy? And it's kind of like having guests on the show. Since I don't have guests, I have topics. 3 different topics. Topic A, topic B, topic C. And I have a bell to change topics with. Bing! It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's always fun. Old Humble Happy Hours are always fun. At least I have fun doing them. And that's really all that matters. I mean, it also matters if it helps sell whiskey, but mostly it matters that I have fun. If I'm not having fun, I'm not doing the show. That's just how it goes. I've already vented about the election. I'm not going to sweat it anymore. It just started raining outside. When the rain falls on this building, it's an insulated metal building. So when it falls, I can hear it pitter-pattering on the roof, but it just really kind of sounds like which is kind of a cool sound to hear just as you're sitting in here minding your own business doing work. You just kind of hear the whole like building just start to go when it's a really heavy rain. I can hear the thunder and stuff. It's pretty cool. Oh, it's pretty cool out here. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. If I get through these 3, I think I'll be happy. Yeah. What's going on with the analytics of this thing? Should I put on background music? Let's see here. What is going on with my streaming setup here on the YouTubes? Oh, I see what's going on. I have the wrong. Like when it crashed, it created a new stream. Huh. Awesome. Wait. Oh crap. That was bad. Yeah, I get to do this 150 times. 155 to be exact. Or is it 157? I think it's 157. I got these little bits that are left behind here that I got to get off. Done. Done. And if I get enough of this done, hang on a second. I'm going to arrange these bottles so I can count them real quick. Ugh. I'm off camera. You can't see me. La 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 la. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have them arranged in stacks of 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 stacks of 6. I have 2 cases done. 2 cases complete. And I'll get a half, maybe? Maybe. Yeah, today's Monday night, so tomorrow night is Tuesday. That's the happy hour night. Then I'm out of town Wednesday night. Thursday night, we'll try to do trivia, but I'm on the road, so it'll be from my hotel room, if I have a hotel room. I'll be in Wichita Falls Thursday night. Out to visit several liquor stores between Wichita Falls and Dallas. And then on the road up to Sherman. Six minutes for me to shut this down. Something. I think my shirt stinks. Unless there's something out there in the field across the way that died and it's coming in on the wind. Something don't smell right. The cats like to take up residence in our clothes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoa, let's see, 2 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Let's take that one from the end because it's the furthest away. I might be able to get these done. No, I'm not going to be able to get these done. I will get one more maybe before I have to boogie out of here. So, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, children of all ages, tune in tomorrow night, 10 p.m., Tuesday night, for our Old Humble Happy Hour. We will be talking about a whiskey topic, which will be bottled in bond. And, you know, I'm going to discuss not just bottled in bond, but I'm going to talk about all the is it worth it questions for whiskey. You know, what value there is, what the value of the marketing decisions. Is it worth it? I mean, that's a fair question for a lot of things. Like, for example, the heirloom grains or the allocated bottles or, you know, things like that. Is it worth it? I mean, that's a fair question to be had for most things. In fact, one of my favorite things to do is do forced blind tastings. Where you take a bottle and you take 2 bottles and you swap the whiskey back and forth between the two. So you have a bottle of Eagle Rare with Jack Daniels in it and a bottle of Jack Daniels with Eagle Rare in it. Or maybe not Jack Daniels, you know, maybe not something quite so familiar, maybe something a little bit less common, a little bit less familiar. But, you know, something like Wild Turkey and because Wild Turkey is a fairly popular brand, but it's not as common as you might think. Like, people don't always, I mean, that's more of a bar whiskey than it is a home whiskey. So, you know, take a bottle of Wild Turkey and swap it out with Ezra Williams or something like that. Ezra Williams? Did I get that right? Evan Williams. Ezra is a different brand. 1, 2, 3, one more. And that'll make it a full 4.5 or 2.5 cases. That is one of the things I really get a kick out of doing, because the amount of effort that people will put into shitting on a whiskey because of the label just makes me giggle. So you never quite know what you're getting when I bring it over. I mean, it could be a red stag bottle with my bourbon in it, and my bottle with a stag filled with stag. And they'd be like, "Your Texas whiskey is unfinished and not ready to drink." And then I'll be all like, "That's Kentucky whiskey, bitch." But now I know what you really think. Ha ha. Gotcha. I should do that to one of these YouTube influencer turds. Do something like that to a brewski or something, or send him knowing that he has his little preconceived notions of Texas whiskey. Send him a bottle of my whiskey with some Kentucky whiskey in it. That would actually be kind of funny. see if I can catch them being whiskey douchebags. And Brewski's not a whiskey douchebag. That's not really a fair. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I got one extra bonus bottle to my 2.5 cases. All right, we're gonna call it. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna walk away. I'm stepping away. I've got 4 more bottles here, or 5 more bottles here. And those will wait till next time. I might come in here later tonight. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I might come in here later tonight because I could probably knock out all of these bottles. 1, 2, 3. I've got 15 at 157, I think. Minus 24, 30. I don't know. I got like 125 more bottles to do. I might come back and knock them out tonight. Maybe we'll do a forum discussion. I'll come in with a StreamYard or something like that, and we'll have the whole gang on the whole gang on screen. Right there, you can see my one of my 2 stills. There's my gantry crane. I put the electric winch on my gantry crane. Very proud of that. But anyway, till next time, I'm the Old Humble Guy. I will continue to be the Old Humble Guy, and you continue to be awesome to each other. Cheers, and have a wonderful afternoon. Bye. Oh, that's not the closing screen. That is.